All right, here is the FRP 99cc 4-stroke mini dirt bike. It goes up to 28 miles an hour. It can handle up to 220 pounds. I weigh 219 pounds, so that's actually really good for me. So secretly, my kids are gonna use it, but that's cool that I still get to also use it. Let's check it out. Got a nice front suspension system on it. Just so you know, what's gonna come on this suspension is this QR code right here that comes with the unit, and this is attached to your front forks. If you look at that, that's gonna help you install it. But in particular, what they want you to do is make sure, above it all, is that when this gets installed, the front arrow is facing, the arrow is facing away from the bike and not, or away from the motor, not towards the motor, okay?
Same thing with the front wheel too.
What's that?
It's the same thing with the front wheel too.
Okay, yeah, so it's gonna be the same with the front wheel. These are pretty fatty tires if you wanna come around. If you could tell, I have the, obviously I turned it on, so I went ahead and started it over. So it's a little bit fattier tire. You can see your chain back there and you can see your disc brakes. So if we go through here, the way that you're actually gonna start it, let me go ahead and shut it off. So you see how I shut it off right there? The way that you're gonna start is actually, go ahead and come around this way. Here's gonna be your oil fill area, which the oil fill area is actually gonna say that you need to put in 15 W40, but if you look inside the manual is actually gonna tell you that you could use up to 10 W30, but it's up to you. But just so you know, it's kind of deceiving it sometimes. You're putting in a bunch like, man, where's it all going? But eventually it's gonna come out and spit on you. So just make sure it doesn't take very much. Go ahead and make sure you'll pull it out and you'll test it on the stick and you'll know. So that's where you're actually gonna add oil, because it does not come with oil in it. You have to make sure that you put oil in it. There's also a warning sign, I would say here. It says oil clutch bushing, oil clutch bushing before each use. So you see the owner's manual. So actually, if we come around this side, within this bag that they give you, there's a bunch of different things that they give you in this bag. But what it does come with is actually the gasoline engine oil, or gasoline engine owner's manual, and then here's actually the physical bike manual, so that you can go ahead and get a look at that. Those will come in it. Those are important for you to obviously look through and know when you are starting the bike. So just for the sake of starting it, so sometimes people will ask, how do you start this thing, or what's the process? Some of them come with like a primer, where you actually have to prime it so many times. And what you have to do on this one, so very simply, so once you've put oil in it, once you've filled the tank full of gas, and make sure that it's unleaded gasoline, max 10% ethanol. Once you've filled this thing up, you got oil in it, go ahead and throw it over to the choke, and you're gonna push this guy in up here. You see that right there? So go ahead and push that guy in, and then you're just gonna take this, and it should just kick right over. Once it's kicking like that, once you hear it, it's actually, so we've already ran it for so long, but it's gonna start, once it's on choke, it's gonna start going and making that whoop, 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 whoop noise. Go ahead and flip it over to run. And I would just let it run. So it's a throttle. Whoop. It's a throttle. So what I would just make sure is that let it run. We've been letting it run, I'd say for 10, 15 minutes or more. Just let it break itself in before you start riding this thing. But there was some warnings on it. It says not to do jumps in it, not to do wheelies on it, because obviously you can hurt yourself really bad. And I would encourage anybody, obviously, to make sure that they got the right equipment on when they do ride this thing. It can, like I said at the very beginning, it can go up to 28 miles an hour, which is pretty fast for a little kid. But nonetheless, we'll take a look at it today, and we'll see how it does. Like I said, I'm gonna be right at the max weight limit at 220 pounds. So we'll give it a shot and see if it can handle lugging me around. Just so you know, something I didn't discuss, this is actually a front light. So you can actually turn that on, which is nice. It's got a few settings on there. Some of it's brighter than others, and then some of it's blinking, which may be nice, especially at night. So that's your light settings, and this right here, that's your front brake. It works really good. Let's see here. So feels pretty good. Let's see what it does with somebody who's a lot lighter than me. So Elijah,
So as you can see, that dirt bike works amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye. God bless.